think they should get for whenever they make the Halo movie to play Master Chief? Sylvester Stallone. I mean, after all, he's already played John Spartan in Demolition Man. Hey everybody, this is Learbach. And you're just in time for another episode. Let's Zelda Ocarina of Time. And boy, this game doesn't want to stay in one place for long, does it? But yeah, as you can tell, I've seen the movie Demolition Man, and just so you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of Halo, but I am aware of, like, the names people gave their nameless characters. So yeah, and I got caught. So yeah, in case you're wondering, we're playing Solid Snake or Solid Link, Metal Gear Zelda. There we go. Metal Gear Zelda. Let's go ahead and say that right there. And wow, I probably didn't caught right away. It's kind of lame when the music starts up 5 seconds after you start it. That really shows how much trouble you're in. Okay, so, let me see here. As you can tell, we are able to snipe the Gerudo guards down and pretty much stun them. However, they don't stay down forever, so kind of move fast. Which I don't think I need to go through there. What I need to do is go through here, I believe, and this will take us to yeah, another jail cell where we're gonna save this carpenter guy. Yay! I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of guts, and we've already read this all before last episode. But yeah, this is probably one of the hardest areas to Let's Play because it's going to take a long time. And if I decide to cut out all the time to get captured, it'd probably be left like I'd probably have like 40 minutes and have like 10 seconds, because I am probably most likely going to die. I'm probably going to not die a lot. Probably most likely get put in prison a lot. So if I were to cut out every little section I got caught back up to the point I was before, it's probably going to come out to like a 5-minute clip. And probably even just a 5-minute clip show. These ones are so scary, I'd rather work as a carpenter than join them. I can't wait to say goodbye to this place. See, my buddies are still being held prisoner. Will you please get them out? Yeah. Yes, kids, just remember, women are scary. According to that guy, they are, anyway. So, yeah. Right here we have some, things you can latch on to climb up here. And now we have, I believe, actually, if I'm not correct, 3 areas we can climb up. If we, like, drop down over here, we'll get to the ledge below to the 3rd and 4th areas that we can go to, I believe. But, yeah, we're gonna go into here. This is another prison. Yay! I'm doing good right now. Only 4 minutes in. I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of, and they don't let you skip this. That's the thing that kind of pisses me off. One thing I might add, I had a scrapper recording earlier, but in it, unfortunately you don't see it now, but I got into a little bit of a mini rant about the camera angle in video games and how players really do need to control the camera as opposed to just being told, or just being given close enough. The more accurate they get in mid jump, it's actually kind of cool. Let me go ahead and tell you the origin of this. I have a friend who is an aspiring game designer, like myself. The only difference is he's actually taking classes right now, and I'm unable to. And this is Saburo the carpenter, and I know I didn't mention the other guy, but I just plain forgot. But anyway, more of our workers are still out there, so yeah, I think I know who that is. I think. But anyway, he sits there and says that it's actually a bad idea for game designers to give control of the camera to the players because then you can see their mistakes. And I asked him what he meant by that. He used a pretty piss poor example, which is Final Fantasy 12. And the reason I say it's piss poor is because, well, it's an RPG. Apparently in Final Fantasy 12, if you turn the camera fast enough, you can see the de-render and re-rendering of the areas behind the players. Because that's how the games work. They render everything that you could see, and then they unrender what you can't see after a certain distance. My thoughts about that. That's kind of a poor example, because I've never been able to find a game where you can move the camera fast enough to see that. And of course, another one of my friends who happened to have been in the room at the same time said, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I do that all the time with my games." To which I just kind of look at him and say, "Really?" Hopefully we'll be able to get there. Nope. A little closer. This is Yay! This is an area I think you gotta get with the Scarecrow. I think. Or you can get with the Scarecrow. And, it's a piece of heart! Yay! See, we're stealing women's hearts all over the place today, aren't we? Oh, that was a bad joke. Hope this is the right way. But yeah, let me give you a good example of why a camera angle is really important in video games. And let me use this very game here, and wow. That's not the example I want to give you, by the way. Basically, you notice that there was a guard right there when I got caught. Without being able to use the camera control properly, how the hell are we supposed to know where the guard is? I mean, I guess you could argue, well, you can't look around corners in real life, though technically you can. Also, in real life, you can fight back when a bunch of thieves are trying to capture you. You can fight back. Just saying. Yeah. When you're playing in a third-person perspective, that being able to see around the corner is really important. You see, I can't really see around the corner, but I know if I angled myself correctly, I could see almost correctly. And the thing is, I have to move the characters. That means I have to go through a whole nother process. There we go. If you accidentally load up an arrow and you don't want to waste it, you can always try to push something else at the same time. It's a little more complicated. It might require 2 fingers, or 2 thumbs, but it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, anyway, back to the subject. The camera angle is really important for the player, and here's the thing: you don't want players to quote unquote see your mistakes. Just don't let them move the camera that damn fast. Again, like I said, I've played a lot of games in my life. And not a single one of them I've been able to move the camera at such a speed that I'm able to literally see the de-resing and re-resing of a world. The one exception I could say that's for is Psychonauts, and only in one area. But to be honest, that could also be my computer's specs at the time, not being able to keep up with the hardware limitation. Yeah, the hardware limitation at the time. To be fair, I don't think it was the re-rendering. I think it's just the fact that that at the area I was in was a big open area. So for those who are curious what area I'm talking about, it's the one where inside the giant blowfish's mines. And you're like Godzilla, and like all the little monsters are like. I could have sworn there was a guard there. it's like you're still yourself. Really? I might end up having to cut this part of the video because this is the second time in a row I've been hit. But anyway, I'm not going to yet. I still want to finish what I'm saying at least. Actually, yeah, I'm wasting a lot of arrows here. But anyway, in the area is like you're in this big city with all these little monsters, thinking you're Godzilla basically, and the whole area is just big, so there's bound to be some hardware limitations in it, and especially considering the game's was made in I think 2006, so it's not going to be able to show everything all the time. So you do kind of see some de-rendering of stuff, like some stuff disappearing in the far background. But yeah, that's about it. That was about the only time I could see that. And to be fair, that wasn't from being able to turn the camera too fast. That's from the fact that it's hardware limitations and its rendering distance. But oh, and here's another thing. They of course say with the exception. My friend of course said with the exception of a first-person shooter because you are the camera, technically speaking. That the worst. Yeah, again, the worst thing a game designer can do is give the control of the camera to the player. Well, here's the thing. I played going back to subjects here. I've played a good number of games where you couldn't control the camera angle, and it just absolutely frustrated me to no end that this could be done. That they would just so clearly ignore that factor. And there we go. This is the last prison. They're so clearly not ignore that. They're so clearly put it into such perspective that it was frustrating as hell to play. Let's take one game that I'm sure many people are going to disagree with me on here, but Resident Evil. Static cameras suck in that game, as well as the controls. The controls suck. And of course, I know people are going to be like, oh, we want to get used to it. I don't care. I shouldn't have to use 10 controls for the game. I mean, it works. I mean, hell, it works for Resident Evil 4, but that's because the camera is behind you, and it's much more doable. My main gripe with it is that the cameras are in stacked positions. They change those sporadically. It's head jarring. And in fact, actually, Springland, when he was reviewing the Highlander video game, Last in the Clouds, he actually states, he actually does a little gag where the camera changes while he's moving, and it changes his position. It's actually very well done and very funny. But that's the case in point. That's the case in point right there. He proved that how crappy the stack angles are in that game. And that's the same thing in Resident Evil. And it's so head jarringly. The controls are already this kind of. Right here we get seen by the main leader, and I used to think that all men besides the great Ganondorf were useless. Now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. The exalted Nibiru, our leader, put me in charge of this fortress. Nibiru is the second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo Thieves. Her headquarters are in the Spirit Temple, which is at the end of the desert. Say, you must want to become one of us, eh? Alright then, you're in from now on. Take this with it. You'll have free access to all areas of the fortress. Yay, we got a card! A membership card. Yay! We're an all-female group! Hey, baby. You want to catch up? Okay, I see you're giving me a mean look. I should just look away. I should just run away. Actually, I know she wasn't, but still. But yeah, we knocked out their guards. We destroyed half their facilities. We destroyed most of their boxes, and they decide, hey, let's make us a member. And how long is she gonna be knocked out? They stayed knocked out longer than I thought they did. I don't know, maybe it is a permanent thing until you leave the area. But yeah, as you can tell, we can move around freely. And they won't catch us. Yay, I think we can actually talk to them too. Now on, you're free to enter the leave as you come and see the Spirit Temple. And right here we see these white Gerudo guards, or Gerudo's guards in white. These are standstill guards, and these are more recognizable members of the Gerudos than the actual guards, because you see these first. If you talk to her, she'll let us into this trial for 10 rupees. I'm not going to go in there quite yet. I will go in there. That's going to be what the next video is going to be about. And then right up there, if you talk to this guard, I think she tells us a little bit about it. Hey, newcomer. Okay, no. If you go up there, I won't be doing that because I'm a crap shot with an arrow while moving on the horse. You can try for like 10 rupees and they'll give you like 20 arrows and you gotta hit the center of 2 targets while riding an opponent around the track for 10 times. Actually, you can see on the map how it's laid out. You see this little circle in the middle. You'll go around those, kind of like in a loop-to-loop in the figure 8 formation. And if you manage to hit them, you'll get an upgrade quiver, which I don't need. I'm only down to 4 arrows, but I don't need it. We're gonna try this. We're gonna go ahead and spend the 10 rupees to get in here, to go into this area. And this is the Gerudo training ground. This is another micro dungeon. I guess you could say is added into the Gerudo Fortress as a dungeon. So we could easily argue say this is just a micro dungeon here. Right behind us. No, not right behind us. Right over here was where the treasure chest was. And we got a bundle of arrows! Yay! Oh, we got some doors. If you can overcome the trials in this chamber, then will you be qualified to hold our secret treasure. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say right here for now. Go ahead and open this one. Maybe this was the one that... No, that's just rupees. So yeah, in the next episode, we'll start the Gerudo trial, and probably go into one of the doors at least. But until then, let me just at least go ahead and see... Oh, they don't show the map here. But I'm pretty sure it's the micro dungeon. But anyway, until then, I'm going to go ahead and be off here for now, so... Until we meet again, I'll see you guys later.